Okay, hello everybody. I'm actually trying something a little bit different. This is a dating simulator, an Overwatch dating simulator called Symmetra's Qualifying Matches. This was actually brought to my attention in October. Someone in the Discord, I forgot, I'm sorry. But I wanted to make a video on it then, but I had the demonetization BS, so we're doing it now. So let's see. Symmetra's Qualifying Matches is a visual novel set in the Overwatch universe. Play as Symmetra and choose how you will deal with your new gig in the recently reformed Overwatch program. Will you date your teammates? Will you stay on the payload? Will you teleport everyone off the map and throw all your games? Experience up to 3 dating plotlines and payloads worth of side stories as you travel the world and complete 10 different matches. 10 different days. This shit is gay as fuck. This was a lot of work. Please like us. Did we mention pansexuality? Stay on the payload or don't. We don't care. Alright. So we're gonna run it. I've never actually played a dating simulator before, I'm going to be honest. So we'll see. I've watched dating simulators, but I haven't never played one. Also, just on the topic, I don't ship Symmetra with anyone. She's too much of a perfectionist. Alright, so let's go. There she is. She has this smug look on her face. That's cute. Alright, new game. Oh, that's so loud. Wait, can I tweak the volume? Alright, we're just gonna turn that off. I'll put my own music in. Alright, thanks for playing. Symmetra's Qualifying Matches automatically saves your game, blah blah blah. As you board the transport parked on the helipad, you feel your stomach knot in anticipation. Today is the day you must participate in the first of your qualifying matches under the recently reinstated Overwatch program. Over the next 10 weeks, these matches will determine your placement within the program's competitive hierarchy by testing your combat skills. Please, we all know the placements don't do anything. Oops. What did I do? Okay. Originally developed as an international military task force to deal with the robot wars of the Omnic Crisis, Overwatch was disbanded several years ago at the behest? I don't actually know how you say that word. Of the UN. However, some of their former agents, namely a hyper-intelligent talking gorilla and a time-traveling lesbian, have taken it upon themselves to revive the program. Upon regaining UN approval, with the help of a new sponsor, they have begun recruiting new and former members back into its ranks. Oh, this is so cute. Okay, well, you can't imagine what your employer, the Vishkar Corporation, is going to gain from your participation in such an operation. It's not your place to question their orders. From the intel they've gathered, it seems Overwatch agents' missions largely consist of attempting, and mostly failing, to escort payloads. Vishkar's strategies have advised you to focus on maintaining direct contact with this payload in your qualifying endeavors. However, your superiors have also indicated that gaining intel on the project as a whole is an equally important part of your mission, and to this end, have suggested you get to know some of your teammates. While you personally feel it is important to maintain Vishkar's worldwide reputation for excellence by performing well in your matches, how you prioritize these goals has been left at your decision. Here's everybody here. What's going on over there? Guns. I love this art style, it's cute. Alright, load it. I get in a better position. I'm sitting on my knees. I don't know why. Alright.
Traveling to Route 66.
Oh snap, there's actually music. I thought I muted it. Week 1, Route 66, US. No, I'll keep it on. That's nice. While the undulating canyons of the American landscape you viewed from the transport were quite beautiful, the dilapidated diner it ultimately deposited you... I cannot speak today. The dilapidated diner it ultimately deposited you in front of does not have quite the grandeur you had imagined the staging ground for a large international organization would process. Alright, let me take a step back so I can read everything. The dirty, dimly lit interior did little to wow, these are some strong words here. Assuage your doubts about the legitimacy of the program, and you began to wonder, just what have you gotten yourself into? As you survey the questionable menu options and the strange assortment of posters adorning the walls, you are approached by a pair of your teammates. Oh god, do I have to do Overwatch voices now? Howdy, you're that Symmetra gal joining Overwatch from Bishkar, aren't you? What sort of interest could y'all have with Overwatch? I do not know. Bishkar's motivations are not for me to reveal. My conjecture is that Bishkar wants that on you Overwatch anarchists. She's just like so like, why are you speaking to me? We'll go with this one. I am much more concerned with performing my function in the here and now. Our remaining teammates have yet to arrive. We still have Amelie, Mako, and Gabriel. Reaper. Excuse me? It's Reaper. He prefers to go by Reaper. I can't do that voice. It says gay on his belt. He sure does. I see. Well, both of you have a history with Reyes. And seemingly a complicated one. What could possibly motivate you to engage in this sort of activity together? Well, after the match, people upvote you if you do well. You see, the best reason to support in these matches is for the compliments. Personally, I enjoy the thrill of going, it's high noon, and shooting a bunch of Technicolor weirdos. Well, that, and sitting on my boyfriend's payload. Is he with Hanzo in this game? That's like the payload with my boyfriend. Jesse, I swear. You engage in the death sport where you revive from the dead dozens of times for accommodations and for dating purposes. That's... Death comes. Oh, merciful muerte, what is this crap? Haha, I told you Oleji couldn't help himself, the coffee's terrible. Anna, I'm taking command of this unit. Where is Roadhog? Oh, Mako. I guess I said Mako, it's Mako. This isn't Legend of Korra. Mako's having some calm meditation time. Why is he not getting pumped? I'll try and do different voices for everybody. Gabriel, darling. Not everyone gets ready for action by shooting plates and cutlery. And defacing public property! Yes, of course. Now for strategy. Symmetra will cover the payload and turrets. Roadhog will pull them in. Anna, you and I will perform the Nano Blossom. Alright, that meta was like years ago, Reaper. What is a Nano Blossom? Is this some kind of modified version of your ultimate ability? Be quiet. We're gonna be like real professional. I'm gonna try and keep it like as Symmetra would say it. I have heard of this so-called Death Blossom. You, supposedly just spin around, shooting a shot per shotgun, and discarding them after each move. Why would a Blackwatch agent such as yourself utilize such a crude and frankly bizarre method of attack? I do not know what they taught you at Vishkar, but the Death Blossom is my art, my passion, my speed at guns, a speed powered by death itself. Allow me to paint my art on the battlefield. Oh, that voice sucks. And yet, last time we tried it, you let Lucio Blast dubstep you. You let Lucio Blast dubstep onto you, shooting you straight into a pit. Shape Girl, It's Symmetra, Gabriel. Don't be rude. Shape Girl, I used to call her Triangle Girl when I first started playing. Right. It will be your job to ensure Lucio does not come close to me. Make sure the only beat he drops is the thud his body makes when you send him straight to hell. Ah yes, he has directly opposed many Vishkar developments. I agree. Lucio presents himself as a high priority target, your grudges aside. Mobility is not my strong suit. Pursuing such a mobile target is folly. That is so... We'll go with this. It will be my pleasure to ensure that he is unable to pose an effective threat to our operation. Look at that face! I need to keep that as a reference for some of my SFM posters. Wonderful. I will complete my preparations in solitude. You have a few minutes before the match begins. Which teammate will you engage with? Talk to Reaper, talk to Anna and McCree, talk to Roadhog. Let's talk to Roadhog. Hi. I can't do Roadhog's voice. So much for just... Hello. Welcome to the team. I'm Hog. Want some tea? You don't strike me as the sort of person who drinks tea. Oh, thank you. I don't know what accent I'm trying to do, but I'm trying to do something. Oh, thank you. Are we gonna ship with Roadhog now? Help yourself. I'll make it strong. There's hot water in the back if you want it weaker. I will not take much. I like to avoid the jitters. So what brings you to Overwatch? Keeping an eye on a friend. A friend? Of sorts, Junkrat. I'm his bodyguard. He's a good boy. Mostly. Junkrat. That sounds familiar. Probably this. Yes. I remember now. I saw you on the news. That face, though. The art is really good. I like it. That situation with Lumerico. You are criminals. What are you doing as part of a worldwide peacekeeping organization? They offered. We accepted. Same as you. We are nothing alike. Oh, that has a good face, too. Maybe. Doesn't matter. We're here now. And now's what matters. A group like this leaves some space for... serendipity. An interesting perspective. ... He seems to have got back to meditating. What will you do? Converse with your other teammates, prepare for the attack. Oh. Alright, let's talk to Reaper. Gabriel, I mean Reaper. What is it? Do you have any additional tactical input on the enemy team? They are all a bunch of incompetents. The only real threat is Sombra. Sombra? Yes, an effective hacker. She perfectly counters my kit. I suspect Talon hired her, because I am unstoppable otherwise. Here we are on vacation. I mean a legitimate business trip that Sombra did not pay for, with siphoned Overwatch funds. She's the one in the middle. Hello from Paris. Are those vibrant? That hairstyle is quite an interesting choice for a terrorist. Quietly That hairstyle is quite an interesting choice for a terrorist. I agree. All black is the best color. She insists on the purple for dating purposes. I'll never understand these modern gays. What a striking agent. I've heard tales of her sabotaging Vishkar operations in Mexico. She is the enemy, but I can't help but stare. She will hack health packs, which is a huge setback since Ana spends more time shooting the enemy than healing. Thankfully, we have you in as additional support. Oh no, she's not a support anymore. Healing is not part of my functions. Oh no, when was this made? Wait, why did you enlist as a support hero? I wouldn't have composed the team this way if I knew. Oh, that hurts right here. Right here, I feel that one. My functions all support you. As for my offensive bent, one does not need to be supported if the enemy is already dead. Of course, death. Very fine. We will decimate the enemy team before needing to heal. Excellent strategy. Sure. Good talk. Now if you excuse me, I have this to listen to. Let's talk to everybody. Satya, darling, why don't you take a seat? Thank you. I'll rest my feet for a little while. That's like the same voice. Reaper was a poor choice for a captain. You didn't finish telling me what your motivations were for engaging in this dirty business. The team captain seems rather bizarre. Let's get some personal motivations. What is there to say? When does violence actually resolve much in the world? Sure, Overwatch was needed for the Omnic crisis, but outside of situations like that, violence only tends to exacerbate the conditions that caused the violence in the first place. You enjoy order, do you not? We Overwatch agents are dangerous. There cannot be order if we are allowed to go free. The world cannot get rid of us either. God forbid another Omnic crisis type event occurs, and the world no longer has such a military force. In peace. The world has no use for soldiers, darling. So this program allows Overwatch to exist in a bubble, to develop tech. You know what? I'm just gonna voice Symmetra as myself, because I need to keep the voices. To develop technology and maintain its super soldiers without letting them loose on the world. That's right. Ishgar probably wanted to get its hands in the cookie jar, and here you are. Anyway, as it's your first day, I do have a piece of advice for you. My daughter, Pharah, is on the other team. She uses long-range rockets, which I think will pose a threat to your static defenses. Oh god, Pharah. I'd be extra careful with her today. She's been dumped recently and hasn't been taking it well. What's he looking at his phone? Oh, he's taking a selfie with the freaking scar. Put that phone down, Jesse. This is serious. I can be serious. Here, you need to watch out for the one with the legs. Wait, what? Here, you need to watch out for the one with legs that could crush a watermelon. Oh, what is that? Such power. I can see in her eyes that she's a woman of much discipline. I admire that. This is mine now. You're not getting it back. But Hanzo hasn't sent me a selfie back. You best be on your way. This is going to take a while. Anna, please! I was gonna get that half-lit. I didn't think I'd be enjoying this that much. Athena's mechanized voice rings over the loudspeakers. Attack commences in 30 seconds. You make your way to one of the side exits, hoping that an early flank will provide your team with a tactical advantage, when you hear a strange noise. What is that snickering? Oh wait, I was gonna do her in my voice. What is that snickering I hear at the door? Is a foe setting up a trap? Hehehe. Just what do you think you're doing? Oi! Oh, wowie! Why, hello there! Fine weather we're having. This tactic of standing in front, right in front of our spawn point, I can't imagine how it will work out for you. Oi! Giving strategic advice to your opponent before a match. Quite a sporting move. I think of it more as a statement of fact. So, allow me to introduce myself. I'm the bombastic Junkrat. I can't. Why is Junkrat like from Boston now? I was talking to your friend just a moment ago. He told me you were a good boy. He said what? Oh, nothing. I talked to him about Limerico. Just what are you two doing, pulling a stunt like that and then coming to Overwatch? Obviously, they recognized my genius and wanted a man of my particular expertise. Your expertise in what? Chaos and destruction? I do love a good boom, but I don't just destroy, I create. It's just that some things got to be broke before they can be fixed. I'm a tinkerer, doll. I built all my gear out of others' junk. The wonderful thing about using junk is that it takes something people would think... The wonderful thing about junk is that it takes something people think is worthless and turns it into something new. Destruction and reconstruction, huh? Ooh. What's that? Well, my friend here says it's time for me to take your statement of fact, doll. I didn't catch your name, though. I'm Satya, but feel free to refer to me by my operative name, Symmetra. I tell you to give old Hoggy my warmest wishes, but I'll be delivering warmth directly to the payload. Hehe. Oh, watch your step. Despite your previous comments, you are caught in Junkrat's trap almost immediately upon starting the match. Kaboom. You have a hard-fought round, but your team is stopped just short of the final point. As you're replacing turrets outside the diner for your round on defense, you notice Sombra just inside the door, seemingly preoccupied with the glowing screen in front of her. You attempt to get her attention with a quick tap on the glass. Hello. Oh god, Sombra looks very intense here. Ah, ¿qué onda? I'm not... How does Sombra go? Okay, listen. I'm here to make a friend, right? She sounds like that. You're a Sombra, no? Your performance in the previous round was exemplary. Ah, querida, thank you. You did well too. I can't say it was very pleasant getting zapped by you while you were all blue and glowing. Haha. Between you and I think Anna boosted me purely to frustrate Reaper. He had this grand tactic that he held supreme. Letting someone else have the nano boost was her way of poking fun at him. Hi, Gabriel. He's such a tryhard. He and Jack have this weird gay playground romance where they profess their love with violence. I mean, Soldier 76 is gay now, so that could happen. I suppose it should not be unexpected that two soldiers as seasoned as they would express their love on the battlefield. Don't get me wrong, it's still extra. Yes. I get it. I mean, girl, you have some moves. I can really get behind that. I still don't know if I'm comfortable with that wanton violence. Well, maybe you could get comfortable in some other way. What? I'm just saying, people deal with the stress of this fucked up military Sisyphean bullshit in different ways. They hack the system, you know? Like diverting company funds for a vacation to France. Oh snap, look at that. Huh? Reaper sounded quite fond of you when we spoke. I might dare say he even bordered on fatherly in his own bizarre way. Pinche abuelo. Giving away my cute secrets, I suppose. We're a family of sorts. Like I hacked reality and now my dad is gay and goth in a really uncool way. Look, hackers get a bad rap as destructive, but hacking's history is much richer than that. When you're completely out of options, what's a little bending of the rules? The rules exist for a reason. She just got triggered, I could tell. I don't believe we've exchanged proper introductions. My real name is Satya. And mine is Sombra. Call it another hack. Hasta. Okay, Sombra EMPs. Riptire. The final round was hotly contested, and you almost succeeded in holding the first choke, pushing the point into overtime until Junkrat and Sombra managed to obliterate half your team, blowing them up with two well-coordinated ultimates. After some intense scrambling, your team was eventually able to regain its composure and run down the choke to victory. I should return to the diner to pick up my belongings. Anna and Pharah seemed to be discussing something quietly in the corner. You could barely make out their words. Faria, darling, it's time for you to move on. If that Satya girl tickles your fancy. Mama! Look, Ibna, she's over in the corner. Mama, she's going to hear us, and it'll be weird. You military types, you become disciplined and well-trained, and it squeezes out all the real social skills. I spent years dealing with the same shyness before I gave up and dated a civilian. I don't know, Ibna? If you don't talk to others, you'll never get to know them. Just say hello. A few minutes pass, and you finish packing up. You leave the diner, and on your way to the transports, Okay, sorry, I thought Bandicam was acting up. I'm gonna check it in a second. You leave the diner, and on your way to the transport slated to bring you back home, Pharah approaches you. Alright, real quick, how do I exit full screen? Let me just make sure this is still recording. Okay, we're back. I apologize for that. Pharah is approaching us. Hello. Your tactics were formidable. Why, thank you. I found there's a great deal of power in being able to bring your allies back from death quickly. It's almost as if the heroes on my team never died. What? Did you not notice the teleporter I had up? It seems like I did a better job than I thought at concealing it. Oh, I did notice. I mean, don't get me wrong. You concealed your teleporter well. It took me a while to find. I just couldn't get the proper aerial superiority in order to siege it. Oh. Aw, she's so sad. It's not like that. Our flankers just had difficulty opening space for me because you guarded the hallways so well. I'm Satya. It's Satya, right? Satya, I'm Satya. You're Varia, right? Your mother and I had the chance to speak. She certainly lives up to her reputation as legendary soldier, and you to her legacy. I don't think my mother wishes for me to live up to her legacy, but my thanks anyway. Oh, my apologies. I did not mean to. Don't worry about it. Maybe we could grab some coffee later and we could swap personal stories or something. That sounds like a wonderful break from all the violence. Good, okay then, it's a date. Like, it's all set. You know, I have to jet. I have to jet? Oh. The day's events have done nothing to assuage your doubts about the Overwatch program, but you can't say they haven't been interesting. As you board your homeward bound shuttle, you cannot help but wonder... I cannot speak. As you board your homeward bound shuttle, you cannot help but wonder what the coming weeks will bring. I haven't read a book in a little while, guys. I'm sorry. I have a book, too, I want to read. I just haven't had time for it yet. Alright. Week 2, Temple of Anubis, Egypt.
Now entering the Temple of Anubis.
Alright, thank you, Athena. You arrive early, expecting to be the first one there, but you are surprised to discover that today, all of your teammates are quite prompt as well. You feel the warmth of hope fill your core, only to have it quickly dwindle as the details of the place start to form a more accurate picture in your mind. Pharah is sitting alone at her desk, tucked in the far back corner of the spawn, gazing nervously at another corner of the room. Following her gaze, you find Mercy and Genji, giggling furiously, deeply engaged in what you can only assume is a long convoluted inside joke. Across the room you see Reinhardt and Zarya, who appear to be holding some sort of drinking contest with several dubious-looking plastic bottles of vodka. You breathe deeply and try to strike up some conversation. Chat with Genji and Mercy, chat with Pharah. Let's chat with... I hate Pharah, personally. Like, as a character, Pharah's cool. I just hate fighting Pharah in games, so we'll be nice to Pharah this time. Greetings, it's good to see you again, Pharah. Are you excited for today's match? Heh, yeah, something like that. You know, it feels pretty weird being here. You think you know what it's gonna be like, but then there's that lingering familiarity, but it's not the same. I'm not gonna do voices for all of them, guys, I'm sorry. I'm not sure I understand. You know, I'm just not quite sure I'm ready to, you know, be a fighting. Yeah, fighting so close to home, it's strange. You wanna get that coffee? We've got some time before the match starts, and I know a great cafe around the corner from here. Is the match not starting soon? Well, yes. Are you suggesting truancy, Miss Amari? Oh, that face! I might... Hold on. I'm print screening that face right now. Right now, because that's a damn good face. Props to the artist. Real quick. Alright, I got it. I mean, we'll just go there and back. We'll have enough time to join the team in the second phase of the first point. I'm only qualifying, Miss Amari. Would it not reflect poorly on my employer and I if I were to miss this part of my second match? It'd mean a lot to me. Are you saying this is a date, Miss Amari? Am I to take it that this excursion is for purposes other than our job as Overwatch agents? I'll go with this one. Can't it be both? I can promise you that my personal performance on the battlefield will be greatly improved if we go. I suppose it's in our best interest for all team members. I suppose it's our best interest for all team members. I am so sorry, guys. I didn't know there would be so much reading. I suppose it's our best interest for all members of the team to be in peak mental and physical condition for the fight ahead. I will consider your proposal. What will you do? Get coffee with Pharah, converse with your other teammates first. I'm gonna be honest, the only thing like I'm semi-shipping Symmetra with now is Sombra, because the voice actresses have this amazing like chemistry back and forth. They're not romantically involved, but it's cute. We're gonna talk with everybody else. Well, if you do decide to give things a shot, let me know. Alright, so let's chat with Zarya and Ryan. Greetings, Reinhardt. It is good to see you again. I'm pleased that this time I shall be behind your shield rather than on the receiving end of your hammer. Haha, yes. Our match last week was quite intense. I can't do his voice. Satya, my friend, have you met Miss Zarya Nova? To the best of my abilities, I have done extensive research on all the placement matches participants, but we've not met in person, no. You can call me Zarya. No pain, no gain. You have a strong handshake for such a small woman. Confident but not aggressive. Very good. I like. Thank you. Satya, look. I don't want you to think I'm coming on too strong here, but... yes. Being an Olympic lifter has convinced me to always shoot for the limits of possibilities in lifting, in combat. In love. Miss Zarya Nova. Miss Zarya Nova, I can't deny I've been quietly admiring your strength. Ooh, let's flirt back. Of course you have. That's why I'm so quick to tell you my feelings in a Russian way. We could be beam bitches together. Alright, we're going with Zarya. We could be... I'm gonna try for Zarya. With such power in those arms, you could really benefit from some high quality whey protein. You have power, but if you're not dominating those puny hands of your subordinates, you will never truly achieve your potential. Whey protein, ha! You don't need that. What you need is currywurst. I will make you some after that match. That is all the protein I ever need. And it is why I will beat you again today. Beat him how? You're on the same team this game. No, see, I promised Old Man a rematch in an arm wrestling contest, but we decided it was best to save our strength for the fight ahead. Then I found these bottles under boxes over there though, and it seemed like a suitable substitution. And so we test our livers ahead. I wish we had some, I have no idea how to say that, but I'm sure this vodka, lighter fluid flavor, will only intensify the contest. You thought it was more responsible to get drunk before the match than to arm wrestle? Are you questioning my ability to handle my liquor? She is. She knows I'm going to drink you under the table. You're the one who will end up on the floor, old man. I see. I will take my leave then. That's a good face, too. I really want to use every face. Real quick. Taking that. No, stay. Even if you did not join us in the drinking, you should join us in battle. This morning we will go flanking. Oh, hell yeah. Let's say. This seemed... Oh, this little spelling error. This seems strategically unsound, but I suppose someone has to keep an eye on you too. Huzzah! My photon barrier, baby! I miss you so much! Wait, Zarius with Reinhardt's gear. That looks so cool though. Oh, I miss my photon barrier. I haven't seen it in a while. That looks so cool. In their interbreeded state, Zarya and Reinhardt decided it would be great fun if they traded weapons, which had mixed result. Zarya had no trouble scoring kills with Reinhardt's oversized hammer. Reinhardt, however, attempted to use Particle Cannon as a pistol, insisting on shooting it one-handed. With you tagging behind him, the three of you managed to create an impenetrable cluster of shields, which allowed you to charge quite far into the enemy territory. Despite the unusual strategy, this attack went surprisingly well. That is, until Reinhardt decided to perform his ultimate using Zarya's gun, shattering it instantly. You were wiped out before capturing the final point, and unable to recover, since your tank spent the rest of the match drunkenly laughing at the absurdity of it all.